Kale finds his apprentice's sword buried in an unmarked grave with his own name on it. Haunted by the discovery, he returns to the misty forests of Oregon where locals whisper about the Hollow Ones, ghostly beings that leave towns empty overnight. Once a feared witcher sworn to hunt monsters, Kale had disappeared after a disastrous mission 5 years ago that left dozens dead. Now, every clue drags him deeper into a nightmare that feels eerily personal. As he follows strange tracks through the fog, he senses something ancient watching him, something that knows his every move. The air hums with old magic, and the forest feels alive with whispers from the dead. When Kale finally confronts a Hollow One, its eyes reflect his own face. It calls him Betrayer before turning to ash. That night, his old Witcher medallion begins to tremble again. For the first time in years, Arya's visions show Kale slaughtering innocents, but he swears he never did. He travels south to meet Arya Blackfeather, a native spirit seer who once saved his life. She warns him that his blood still carries a broken oath to a demon he thought he killed. The oath was bound in blood, and its curse never fades until repaid. As Arya performs a spirit rite, she sees visions of Kale's face twisted in rage, his sword dripping with the blood of the innocent. The truth shatters him. Someone, or something, is wearing his form, repeating his crimes, and drawing power from his forgotten pact. Arya warns that the demon is rebuilding itself through these deaths, feeding on Kale's guilt and denial. Before dawn, a message is carved into Arya's wooden door. Blood remembers. Kale's reflection smirks back at him in the window, and for a moment, its eyes blink separately from his own that a government witcher calls Kale by his real demon name. Following a lead, Kale reaches New Orleans, where the supernatural underworld thrives beneath Bourbon Street. The air reeks of incense, iron, and blood. In hidden chambers below an abandoned church, he finds a thriving black market. Vampires selling curses, witches trading in bottled souls, and humans auctioning captured monsters. Among them, a badge marked with a Witcher sigil catches his eye, belonging to a U.S. government agent named Locke. Locke claims he's part of a covert division using Witcher DNA to create controlled hunters. Kale's rage boils when he learns they experimented using his blood. Locke taunts him, saying the government revived the demon that once owned him. During a brutal fight, Kale nearly kills Locke, but before dying, Locke whispers, "They never broke your seal, Kale, because your name isn't yours." When Kale checks the files, he finds his name scratched out, replaced with a sigil translating to Varen, the Bound One. His reflection whispers, "You killed them, Kale. You just forgot." Kale tracks the source of the Witcher sigil to an ancient coven hidden in the Louisiana bayou. The witches there use mirror magic, reflections turned into living assassins, shadows carrying real blades. When Kale confronts one, it speaks with his own voice and movements. The Witcher fights himself, every strike perfectly mirrored. Realizing the mirrors feed on guilt, Kale shatters one, but instead of glass, blood spills out. As the reflection dissolves, it whispers secrets from Kale's buried past, details only he should know. Arya arrives and reveals that each reflection carries a stolen memory, ripped from Kale's forgotten years. The final mirror shows a massacre, Kale killing an entire village under the demon's control. He denies it, but his medallion burns against his chest, confirming the truth. When he smashes the last mirror, a voice echoes from the shards. "You cannot destroy what you are." In the final chamber, a containment pod opens revealing Kale's clone. Kale and Arya follow the demonic trail to Nevada's wastelands, where an abandoned bioresearch facility named Project Eden lies buried in the sand. Inside, flickering lights reveal human-sized pods filled with mutated witchers, half human, half monster. Files on dusty desks expose Kale's darkest truth. He wasn't born. He was engineered. Created by scientists merging witcher blood and demon essence to craft the ultimate hunter, Kale was the only one who survived. As he reads his own classified file, it mentions Prototype 02, the second version. The air shifts, alarms whine, and from the shadows steps another man, identical to him. This clone, calm and cold, says, "You're the mistake. I'm the original." Kale draws his sword, but the clone smiles and finishes his sentence before he speaks. "The same memories. The same scars. One of them is real, and one is the demon's vessel. The demon chooses a new host, Arya herself. Kale faces his clone, now known as Varen, too, who insists he's the true Witcher and Kale is the corrupted copy. To find the truth, Arya performs a forbidden spell to open the veil, a mirror realm of pure memory. But the spell tears reality apart, and the demon slips through. Shadows ripple, and the room fills with Kale's past screams. The entity reveals that both Kale and his clone were born from the same curse, halves of one soul bound by vengeance. When Arya tries to contain it, the demon seizes her body, twisting her voice into something ancient and cruel. Varen, two allies with the demon, promising it control in exchange for freedom from the curse. Kale refuses, but his hesitation costs him. Arya's eyes turn black, her soul burning from within. The demon whispers, "One must die for the other to live." As Kale kills his clone, their memories merge, and he learns he really did kill innocents long ago. In the Nevada desert beneath a blood moon, Kale faces both his clone and the demon within Arya. The storm rages, and the air crackles with old magic. Kale's sword, once silver, burns red with the curse's power. Varen, too, reveals the full truth. Kale's massacre wasn't the demon's doing, it was his own rage. Overwhelmed by grief from his apprentice's death, he unleashed forbidden magic and destroyed an entire village, sealing the truth away with the blood oath. Enraged by lies, Kale fights his clone in a violent duel that shakes the desert floor. The demon in Arya feeds on their fury, growing stronger. Kale drives his sword through Varen II's heart, and as their blood mixes, their memories fuse, both now one soul, broken and cursed. The demon laughs, promising it's not the end that a child with Kale's eyes watches from the ruins. Proof the curse lives on. Kale, weakened and scarred, wanders the desert where the demon's laughter fades into the wind. He knows the curse will never truly die, it only sleeps. In a final desperate act, Kale performs an ancient ritual, offering his Witcher powers to seal the demon away forever. Fire consumes him, and the desert glows red as the seal takes hold. His body dissolves into ash, carried by the storm. Silence falls. Days later, a nomad finds a small boy sitting near the blackened sand, clutching Kale's medallion. The child looks up, his eyes glowing faintly gold, the same as Kale's once were. When he whispers the word Varen, the wind stirs and distant thunder rolls. Somewhere deep beneath the earth, the demon stirs again, waiting for the day the unforgiven path begins anew.